Many people make the same mistake when they are shifting timeline, when they are stepping into a different version of themselves, when things are going really good and you are in that quantum energy. Most people give up. But I invite you to do something else instead. Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Sylvia Salow and I help light workers and starseeds to remember who they are. And today I want to talk about quantum jumping, shifting your timeline. So this is the moment when you activate this quantum energy in your life and things starts to move very quickly in the right direction. Suddenly you are experiencing beautiful flow in your life. Things manifest very quickly and all of a sudden you are able to shift yourself from a different reality to a completely new one. Things happens so quickly and it's usually positive. So when you are shifting your timeline, there are 4 things that you should always keep in mind. When we are shifting the timeline, you are basically activating something within you that connects you to your higher self. And when you activate your higher self, you also activate your lower self at the same time. There's always the duality happening. And it's not bad that it's happening. This is how it works in this universe. We just have to learn how to work with it in our personal lives. So when you have this big dream, there's something you want to create, you want something to happen, and you make a very strong decision. Maybe you have some specific way how you are doing quantum shifting, or you just do it unconsciously because you have decided that something is going to happen, that something is going to be your reality. So in this moment you activated your higher self and you also activated the lower self. What it means is that first you experience, few moments when things are going well, and then all of a sudden you will experience some challenges, and those challenges can be internal, which means you might have very limiting beliefs coming to you, or maybe you experience something that is out of your control. It happens externally, but at the same time it's something that normally would stop you. And many people, when this happens, when those challenges show up, they take it as a sign that they are not on the right path, or it's not meant for them, or they don't deserve it, and so on. It's not about it. It means that you have activated that quantum energy. So it's actually very positive when those challenges happen, because it means something is shifting. You are shifting yourself into a different timeline. But how to work with those challenges is where is the mastery, depending on how big your goal is, how big difference between where you are and where you want to be is. The challenge will be bigger or smaller. Many times what happens that people experience very strong limiting beliefs. Maybe it's the things that you thought you have released, you have outgrown, and here we go again. Maybe it's you that is sabotaging yourself. It's actually your subconscious mind that is telling you you haven't cleared out this garbage from the subconscious mind yet. Look at it. If you want to be in that next level, you need to work on this first. This is where you are headed, but your work is here with your lower self. When this happens, there are a few things you can do. The first one is stay in your power. You know that you are in your power when you feel centered, you feel balanced, you feel serene, calm. You are able to stay in the center of all the mess, all the challenges, and you are fully centered and you can see the good, the bad, you can see beyond duality, you can see different solutions from there. You cannot see it when you are in that mess yourself. So when you are in your power, those challenges will somehow transmute themselves, because often this is the biggest lesson. The biggest lesson for us is to learn how to stay in our power when things happen. So let's say that you shift your timeline or want to shift your timeline, you feel that quantum energy building up in you, and then your family member falls ill, and all of a sudden you have to be taking care of them, and it's something you didn't know that was going to happen, you didn't count on it, and you wanted your energy to be spent somewhere else, and then You may feel like, that you cannot tap into the different timeline anymore. But when you stay in your power, you do what you have to do. You take the situation as a part of that quantum shift, and you take care of your family member. You do anything you can do for them. You stay centered, you stay calm, you help them to heal. You generate that kind of healing space. And at the same time, you don't abandon yourself and you don't abandon your dreams. So let's say in the situation, if you have a moment to yourself for a couple of minutes, take it just to center yourself, or go for a quick walk or something, depending on the situation. Do something to stay connected to yourself, and don't lose faith. Stay in your power and keep moving in the direction of your dream. This, what manifests externally, is nothing that goes against it. Maybe in the situation you have to develop an aspect of yourself that is able to handle those types of situations. Or it was a sign that you still have to wait for a while. It's not aligned with the divine timing. Maybe it teaches you how to be a leader. And to be a leader, it also means that you have to be able to handle all kinds of situations, not just the positive ones. The second thing to look at is to ask yourself, what do you need to release? What is this situation? What is this challenge inviting you to let go of? What no longer serves you? It could be your beliefs. It could be certain emotions. It could be even physical objects in your home. It could be certain people. It can be truly anything. But you ask yourself, what is no longer aligned with me? If I want to go into this next level, what I need to release from my life. I cannot take all of it with me. The third step is that you ask yourself, what do you need to integrate? So you approach the challenge as that next level of you, as that next version of you. You approach that challenge from that energy of who you are becoming, not of who you were. You don't approach that challenge from some kind of freaked out energy. You stay in your power and you release what needs to be released, and you act as your higher self would act. You really think how that future version of you would act, or your higher self. It's different things, but both of them work. You ask yourself how that quantum self would approach this challenge, this situation. So you act from that future energy of what you are inviting into your life, not from the past energy. This is very important. And the fourth and the last thing to keep in mind is that when you are shifting a timeline, there will be some solutions that need to happen that you don't see yet. You cannot see it from that current timeline. You cannot see everything. You don't see the how. You don't know how it's going to happen, but you know it's time to be somewhere else. So you shift yourself. And when you are in that quantum energy, those solutions will become visible. After you shift yourself, you move first. You embody the energy first. You approach those situations as a leader, as a person who is connected to their power at all situations. And when you do so, then suddenly, as a miracle, people will pop up in your life who will support you. You will call in your allies. You will manifest beautiful opportunities, situations, everything will be supporting you. But you have to move first. So it doesn't matter if you don't see the how yet. You move energetically. You stay in your power, and the how will become apparent because you literally have to unlock new solutions that exist on a different timeline. So when you keep those four things in mind when you are shifting a timeline, it will be much more pleasant process. But most of all, don't fall back into that old self. Don't take that challenge as a sign that you made some mistake, that you are off the track. Of course, use your intuition, sometimes that can be the case. But many times, if you shifted yourself before into a quantum reality, then it just means you have to continue and approach everything from that future energy. So I hope that you enjoyed this video, and let me know in the comments below if you do quantum shifting, if you are shifting your timelines, or if you perhaps sometimes shifted something so profoundly that it was almost mind-blowing, like a huge shift that you made in a very short period of time. Let me know. I always enjoy reading your comments. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, share it, and subscribe to my YouTube channel to help me grow my channel. Thank you so much, and see you next time.